It's been a long time since the first part of this series came out, and today we're finally down to the final part. As it is with those kind of things, there will be spin-offs, there will be prequels, there will be sequels, but today we're doing What Your God Pick Says About You, Mages Part 2. And yes, I'm aware I've forgotten Freya in the last part, so we'll be starting with her.
Freya.
No one likes you. If you were a Freya main before the patches, you were either hindering the team and feeding your brains out every single time, or a damn god on that particular goddess, which is why you stomped anyways and didn't care about her needing buffs. Then she got buffed, and if you were picking her, you had suddenly a boring meta sucker. Now, she's almost forgotten again, but when people see you, they still hate you. You spend half of the game doing nothing, and the other half doing way too much damage. Unfortunately for you, you still end up losing most of your games because your team can't push objectives for you and you don't have the structure push.
Poseidon.
There are two reasons why you would pick this god. Reason number 1, to release the Kraken! Or reason number 2, because you really couldn't decide if you wanted to play a mid-game mage or a late-game ADC. So you just chose for the hybrid that kinda does both a fair bit. Let's just hope you didn't forget to buy wards for middle, otherwise your laning phase involves more camping than the local Boy Scout summer trip.
Hurrah!
Snipes for days. OG snipes. Not Janus snipes, not Thoth snipes, none of that re-aimable, fluffed up imposter stuff. You snipe. You aim, you predict, you hit, no compromise. Okay, maybe you get a lot of setup from your support through crowd control, but you still snipe. On top of that, you're a terrible annoyance for anyone playing against you when it comes to late game with your constant heals. They can try to nerf the chicken, but they can never erase the rakakaka rakaka. You either like your gods overpowered, or you just like Donkey Kong. First, you bang the drum. Yeah, we're not going there. Usually, this part is where I would say, you pick the god the pros play, and then you do horribly. Ironically, it seems to be pretty hard to do horribly with Raijin at the moment. Even if you get destroyed early on, you still have late game. Talking about a high utility low damage mage.
Scylla.
You're a monster. Or rather, you wish you were. There's a much higher chance you just play this god because you got a quadra in arena once and you really hope that you can up it to a penta. Or because you saw somebody else get a penta with her in a video. 3 CCs aren't enough for you to land your ult, but when you finally get that double kill after going 1-8 before, we can be sure to hear your VEG over and over and over. I'll let you in on a secret though. There is a way for us to still like you. And that is when you're paired up with a particular tree and you tell us something about going for jungle buffs. That's the only time we'll make an exception here. Oh yeah, and let's talk about the hitbox of your crush. Yeah, just get out of here.
Sol.
You're weird. A, we don't know why you play this god. Do you actually like the playstyle of Sol? Or do you just like to look at a pixelated glowing butt of a naked or not so naked burning woman? B, why are you so concerned with a butt crack? C, what are you even? A mage player? An ADC player? Both? Every other mage item change seems to affect how you are played, how you change your playstyle, so you never truly know who or what you are. The only thing that you can always do is burn towers before we even reach them, which is super annoying.
We are the Morrigan.
We are the Morrigan. But you are a little more than the rest of us because you actually play her. If there's one thing you can pride yourself in, it's that you forever be playing the hardest god in the game. Because to be perfect at Morrigan, you literally have to be perfect at every single god. The hours of time invested into this game to probably play the Morrigan are nothing to scoff at all. Then again, most of the time, you'll still be going to stealth, popping your 2-1 combo and pretty much one-shotting the enemy anyways. And how is that hard, really?
Thoth.
Yeah, thanks for making my ears bleed. Really appreciate it. You are, if you haven't realized yet, really annoying. Ranged safe poke. A safe escape, more ranged damage, and that stun. You're like Ra on steroids. Minus the part where you actually help your team, you egoistical prick. You are the lesser bird, so don't even try to spam love. Yours doesn't sound half as good. On a side note, did I mention that I'm looking for a security guard as Flairboot is probably plotting to kill me as we speak? You will be paid in YouTube demonetized revenue.
Vulcan.
The other man who actually has to work for his snipes. Nothing is more satisfying than that clutch ult that clips the enemy by a hair but hits them for 1000 plus damage. And that is exactly what you live for and pick this character for. Wait, did I say nothing is more satisfying? Let me correct myself here. Did you ever have somebody blink or leap away from you at low health just to end up landing right in front of your strategically placed turret and take a cannonball right to the face and then die? That's the most satisfying one. Vulcan is handcrafted satisfaction, and you're a man of your craft.
Zeus.
There's a pretty high chance you're just a fan of pub stomps and playing in low divisions, farming your enemies with this OP mage, because no one knows how to shut you down, everyone gives you that free early lead, and you just snowball from there all the time. That doesn't have to be the case though, but chances are high. Chances are even higher that you're just an arena or joust main, modes where Zeus just overperforms completely as he is not balanced around those modes and all his weak points kinda don't exist. Whatever it is, as long as the heavens are raving, you are happy. Kill stealing is a concept completely unfamiliar to you. What do you mean I just saved up my detonate to steal? That was a strategical secure delay. SSD, remember that. What do you mean SSD is already taken? I'm Zeus, I'm taking it.
Zhong Kui.
Zhong Kui! You're an underdog. You're the last one on the list for a good reason. Nobody knows where you go. Could be mid, solo, support, or ADC. Hell, it could even be jungle, who cares? Your god has been in a weird place in the meta for years. Always wonky. Suddenly showing up and then disappearing just as quickly. So at this point, you probably stop caring at all what a meta or tier list even is. As long as you have a little helicopter flying next to you, or you can send out spooky ghosts to hunt down your enemies through ultimates and then kill them when they land after flying, you're happy. You're the man who deserves to finish a list like this. And that actually concludes the What Your God Pick Says About You series. If you haven't seen the other parts, they will be linked right here as a playlist. There's the part 1 for the mages, and there's one for every other role as well, or for every other class. I wasn't completely joking when I was talking about spin-offs though. I know many of you enjoy this series and I'd like to continue it, so I'll probably do it for the new gods eventually, but I also would like to do it for some other things. One thing that has already been proposed and that was already on my mind before that as well is what your game mode says about you, so that one is definitely happening. I've been thinking about other options. I feel like what your item pick says about you may be a little bit too specific, but I will see about that. But generally, I would like to hear from you guys if you have any other videos of this kind that you'd like to see about any other topic related to SMITE. Other than that, thank you guys very much for watching. If you're not subscribed yet, feel free to click the sub button and maybe the bell. It really helps me out and gives you the chance to win some codes possibly. Also, there is a patch coming tomorrow. It's gonna be a patch that includes a buff for Fenrir, a major buff that's already been spoiled. And I'm gonna stream that. I'm gonna start streaming like 1 or 2 hours before the patch notes. If you wanna hear my opinion on it live and you wanna hang out, twitch.tv/DukeSloth is where you will find me and where you can enjoy the patch notes without high-risk TV chat with me. Hope to see you there. Otherwise, see you for the patch notes review tomorrow. DukeSloth, out.